Come up onto the court number 1.
The Singaporean girl did really well. I think it was at the All England this year.
Yeah, she reached the quarter-final. In fact, if she'd have won that, obviously she did lose to Petya Nedercheva. Yeah. She'd have been the first Singaporean player to make a semi-final. I think she's originally from China.
Yeah, lots of the Singaporean players are from China. There's been a history of that.
Yeah, she nearly actually, I mean, it's great that she came back this year, made the quarterfinals. And I say came back at 19, she decided she didn't want to play badminton anymore. Goujiet, she quit the team, and I think in 2007
she decided to come back in.
And then she went to study in Shanghai, pursue her studies, and then a year in that, she thought, hello, I think I've made a mistake here. I want to play badminton again. And I think it was a wise decision.
This is too difficult.
Studying, who wants to study when you can play badminton?
Yeah, I totally agree. But, you know, it's something you have to do, especially if you come from a Western country, and most places these days, education becomes more and more important. Badminton is not a sport, a professional sport, in the sense that you earn lots and lots of money on it and can retire afterwards and say, okay, that's it.
Well, some players do.
Yeah, some players, very few players can do it. But far the majority have to have education, qualifications, jobs afterwards, and so on.
Here's Michelle Lee. As you can see, her world ranking is 46. She reached the final of the Dutch International in April, lost in the final to Susan Egelstaff. Goujiet here, instead not only reached the quarterfinal of the English, she also reached the quarterfinal of the Indian Open this year, and got to a final in New Zealand too. So she's really has emerged over the last few months to get into the top 30 of those world rankings.
Ready, please, players.
Probably on her way higher as well. Talking of studies, Michelle Lee. She wants to become an Olympic medalist, but her other goal is to become a heart surgeon.
Okay, that's ambitious.
Yeah.
That's very ambitious.
On both counts?
On both counts, yes.
There's Michelle Lee, obviously wearing the white of Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen,
well, Canadian coaches looking a little down in the dumps after those first 2 games.
They're having to find the straw somewhere and see if they can get their way back into this match.
Yeah, and the way, as I say, Goujiet's been playing this year, despite some good form from Michelle Lee. Well, let's see how it goes.
Let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Canada, represented by Michelle Lee. And on my left, Singapore, represented by Juan. Canada to serve, love all, play.
Brave of Scotland getting us underway.
The umpire is Taifeng from China, and
very distinct accents.
Gaoshan from China.
Service over. 1, love.
Has that already set the tempo for this match?
That's good attack.
Service over.
Good smash.
1-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the athletes and technical officials. Come up onto the court number 3.
3号场地第3场女子单打比赛，由来自斯里兰卡的阿奇尼·穆迪安斯拉对阵来自冰岛的朗德纳·伊德博斯多奇。
On court number 3, we have the Archini Rasmussen from Sri Lanka versus the runner in the tour from Iceland.
本场比赛裁判员王平。
Service over.
发球裁判员黄伟信来自中国香港。
The umpire is Wang Pi from China, and the service guard
the key in this match for the Canadian girl will be to obviously able to follow pace, and by saying so, follow pace and not make too many mistakes. Because I think the key is that
2.
She's got to be in there and be able to really run with the Singaporean girl, because she's a very good runner and add on a lot of pressure and pace. Like that, that's really well.
Service over.
Play.
3 all. Service over. 4 3. Five, 3.
It's nice.
Service over.
Well disguised.
4 5.
Out, yes.
Service over.
Left.
Well, she's had her eye in pretty quickly, hasn't she, playing
4.
those shots, and just missing the target that time. The 19-year-old Michelle Lee.
7
Another mistake.
4.
She did very well there, didn't she, Duke?
8
Yeah.
4.
Adding on the pressure.
Nine 4.
That was what I was saying in the beginning, is that it's so important for the Canadian girl Lee now to not make those quite simple mistakes. She was in balance. I wouldn't say in perfect balance, but she was in balance.
10
And she must make
4.
those shots. There's a
Mistake of judgment there as
judgment
well.
error, yes.
Service over.
Definitely one of her favourite shots. That disguised slide shot from the backhand side
5
is
10.
very sharp.
I think it's one of 3 of her 5 points already, yeah.
I think so.
Six 10. Seven 10. Service over. 11 7.
Yeah, right
Interval.
choice. Just not keeping it in, but it was the right choice.
So once again, it's been a theme, hasn't it, so far in this match? It's Singapore very much with the advantage heading into every interval.
Use your attack. Use the slice when it's there. It doesn't have to be the first shot. Okay? We can flat clear this girl any day of the week. Our flat clear is better than anybody else's in the world, so we don't have to attack down all the time. Okay? Feel good? Just patient out here, Michelle. Enjoy every rally. Enjoy enjoy the setup. The more you set the rally up, the more you're going to be
Court
able to
one,
see.
20 seconds. Court one, 20 seconds.
Words of encouragement for Michelle Lee. Juan just doing enough so far in this matchup in the women's singles.
11, 7. Play.
Third out of 5 rubber. Still men's doubles and women's doubles
12,
to come.
7.
That's even if Singapore go 3-love up here and win this women's singles. All 5 are played because, of course, there's another 2 opponents to play after this. And it will get
13,
very tight in terms of
7.
who wins what. Only the top from each group is second tier split into 2 groups. Only the top team out of the 4 qualify for the final.
Should they be even on points in winning matches? Obviously, it's coming down
14,
to games
7.
and points. Eventually, it could go all the way down to points. So that's why you have to complete all the matches. Oh. She went the wrong
15,
way. If you see
7.
the Singaporean girl, she really went for it. She got all the wrong way. It's a very deceptive shot she's got there, Michelle. Yeah, the idea was right. Michelle was following up on the straight one of the net, which is the usual shot, and the Singaporean girl opted to go cross court. It was the right shot to play, but she missed it.
Service over. 16, 8.
Fabulous angle cross court from Gu. Doubles the number of points her opponents had.
Service over.
Just an easy one there.
Yeah, she can't be
9,
happy with that.
16.
Shelley was rushing cross court, trying to cover the one furthest away, and then it was a straight drop shot, but in the net. So some mistakes are creeping in from that forehand side of the Singaporean girl. So maybe there is a good corner there for Michelle Lee to play. Gu has missed, I think, the last 3 or 4 from that forehand corner. Out. So we have a little bit of a comeback here. 11-16.
11-16.
Yep, 3 points in a row won. 4 out of the last 5 for Lee.
Service over. 17, 11. Service over.
Here we saw the same shot again.
12, 17. Service over. 18, 12.
Chayut is appreciating Gu's efforts here. It's all been very comfortable really on the whole so far for Singapore here. Oh yes.
19,
Fabulous.
12.
Smash right on the line. That's nice. disguise. Most players, especially ladies singles, would lift a shot like that, and she pretended to lift it and disguised the drop shot, and it was very well played. Difficult to control. I think Michelle Lee has got more to offer than what we've seen here in the first set. So if she can, you know, get it together in the second set, she might be able to push Gu a bit more, I think.
Yeah,
I think she's got more potential than what she's shown us so far.
She's shown a couple of really good touches, hasn't she? But a lot of errors in there.
Yep.
I was going to say she's young, only 19, but then you watch Internon last night. She's 16, and she showed real class. But it's just some shots like that
she plays good shots now and again. She can do it. But it comes again down to the fact that she's making too many errors, too many mistakes at the end of the day. Again.
16.
From a tactical point of view, I think, you know, Gu have to make a. She must be aware that this shot is the favourite shot of all shots. And
she should be aware by now, at least.
She should be aware of it. If the tactical meeting and whatever they had before the match did not discuss this subject, then I'm sure that she must be aware of it now.
Service over.
Mistake from the serve brings up game points.
Game point.
And that's been typical of Michelle Lee's game, hasn't it? Some brilliance in there.
Yep.
And then shots like that.
And there it comes again.
Fabulous shot. Might not win at the point, though. He does, though.
Service over.
It's long. Saves one game point.
17. 20.
But from 15-7 down, she's shown some fight in the latter stages of this game.
Game.
Ambitious return on that
First
smash.
game won by Singapore.
Trying to go cross court.
17.
Really no point. Just blocked it straight and continue into in the rally.
That was the game-winning point for Gu. 21-17. See whether Michelle Lee can make a fight of it in this second game.
See if we could get a picture of the Singaporean coach there. This is Juan. I played against him in the All England finals in 1982 and 1983, winning the first and losing the second.
Honours even there.
Yes, he's a very good player.
I'm sure he is.
Very powerful in those days. He's been the coach the national coach in Singapore, I think, for the past 18 months or so.
Right.
Looking very fit these days.
Ready? Ready? Second game. Lavo. Play.
So maybe his English skills are picking up, because I can remember him in those days. It was impossible to talk to him, and
but it's funny you should say that, because I went and had a chat with the Singapore team before we started, and I went up to him originally, and obviously I started talking in English, which is my favourite language, and he pointed me the way somewhere else. So no, I don't think his language skills have picked up that
I still
great.
remember we were talking through somebody else, and I said to him, you know, next time you have to learn some more English, where he just replied and said, next time we meet, you just have to learn some more Chinese.
Fair enough.
Service over. 2, 1.
That's good play.
3, 1.
That's good.
Service over.
And it's also a very nice variation to the Fairy shot, the cross-court shot from that angle. She suddenly played this match down the line, which I think is really neat to see. That's good to see. That's good fighting by Michelle. It's just going wide.
Service over.
Yeah, it's a case of almost for her at the moment, isn't it?
Absolutely. I think she showed us at the end of the first game that she's got more in her than what we just saw in the beginning.
5, 2.
Yeah, well, in the first two matches, they were fairly uneven games, really, in the end, weren't they? This one,
this is a lot closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6, 2.
Yeah, it's difficult, as we've seen the other days. It's difficult to leave shots on that baseline because Gu is playing against the drift, and the drift is very often stopping the shuttle from going out on the baseline.
7, 2. Service over.
Attack.
3, 7.
So Gu can play the same shot, but not as sharp as Michelle's shots, and he was going out.
Let's welcome the athletes and technical officials come up onto the court number 4.
Service over.
4号场地第3场男子单打比赛，由来自捷克
Can't remember what the ranking of Gu was. You told me earlier.
28.
28. Yeah.
On court
I
number
can
4,
see why
we have
she's
a test prepare
a little bit in trouble when it comes to going all the way to the top, because she's a very crafty runner and play good safe shots and with a good pace and all that, but she's not playing sharp enough when it comes to going all the way out there to the top 5 and playing winners as well.
Yeah, I mean, her attacking play, compare it to her male counterpart, Derek Wong, in the previous game.
Yes.
It's not as sharp, is it?
No, definitely not. She's a very crafty runner. She's a good runner, gets a lot of things back, very good pace and all that, but she's not playing so sharp shots.
She did beat Yoonju of South Korea at the All England.
9, 5.
So that would be something she have to go home and really have to emphasize on in her training. It's going out.
10, 5. Service over. 6, 10. Service over. 11, 6.
Out there, Michelle Lee, and once again it's a familiar theme of the afternoon so far, isn't it? Healthy leads for a Singapore player going into the interval.
One of the smallest leads, though.
11-6, yeah. Tells the story as well, doesn't it?
你要么就高一点，如果你勉强你要硬压它，当然你时间来不及，要不然就直线。你可以重复对角掉球，那个倒是一个很好的路线。如果你想要对角，就重复对角，将刚才那个球。
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
观众朋友们，5号场地即将进行第4场男子双打比赛，有请裁判员、运动员进场。
Singapore, it would seem, over the finishing line here in terms of winning the overall match.
5号场地第4场男子双打比赛，由来自菲律宾的艾瑞斯·德罗桑托斯和加布里埃
It was set up really well at the net with the sky's drop shot again, getting a short lift and a very good angle smash.
On court number 5, we have Aris Santos and Gabriel Villanez from Philippines versus Steve Malpazan and Georgia Kubidan from Seychelles.
本场比赛裁判员关西来自中国，发球裁判员陈乐硕来自
I think you can say that Michelle Lee is showing a lot of promise in many ways. What her asset is that she can play really good, deceptive, sharp shots. And as you say, only being 19 years old, the rest of the game is more easy to develop. If you haven't got the shots, it's really difficult. But if you've got the shots, you can build the rest.
From a coaching perspective, which you know, you're talking now, and I know you're coaching youngsters, she's certainly a player maybe you'd like to, to look after and point the way.
We would be very happy to have a girl playing like that, 19 years of age in Denmark. I'm telling you, we would be very happy.
16, 7. Seventeen, 7. Service over.
Both girls wearing shorts, Morton.
17.
Oh yes.
They won't be able to do that for long, will they?
No, I don't know when the rule is
1st of June.
coming into play. Okay, the first.
They've got another week.
They've got another week. They've got this week, and then that's it.
Yeah. Make the most of it, I suppose. They have to wear skirts after that. They can wear the shorts, but they put skirts over the top of them.
Yeah, they can do whatever they want.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Service over.
Yeah, it's a bit of a controversial
18,
ruling by the International Badminton
But
Federation.
we don't have to skirt the issue, do we?
No, we don't have to do that.
Skirt the issue?
Yeah, I got that
Did you
one.
pick that one up?
Yeah,
I
I picked that one up, yes, I did.
It wasn't my best.
even the Danish person picked it up. That's a good shot. Nice ankle.
Brings up match
20.
points.
Match point. 9.
Looks like another quick march to victory for Singapore.
Ah, that's a good deception again. 21-9.
Yeah, another game that lasts a mere 25 minutes, and well played, Gu Juan.
Match won by Singapore, 21-17.
As I say, even though the scores are looking really convincingly, I think Michelle Lee, you know, she can definitely improve quite a lot still. She's got lots of potential to improve a lot more than what she's playing right now.
So Singapore have the match wrapped up. There's no way back now for the players from Canada. Just going to play for pride and see if they can get a point on the board. 17-21-9, the victory for Gu Juan. And there's the stats. Again, no low serves at all from Gu. No net winners for Michelle Lee.
Yeah, a little bit the same argument as what we saw from Stefan in the men's singles. Is that, you know, you have to move very quickly away from that baseline and into the court in order to follow up the net. And if you don't do that, you don't play any winners in the net. And can you afford that? That's the question you have to ask yourself.
So 2 matches left to play. Next up, it's going to be the men's doubles after that convincing victory for Gu Juan. It's going to be Adrian Liu and Derek Ng against Chaya Chat, who we saw earlier, and Li Wei. Of course, we saw Liu earlier as well in that opening mixed doubles match. So 2 men come face to face again. Number 4 of 5.